else who has a question or wants to present something? If no one wants to present anything, let us indulge in a group discussion, and later on we'll pick up specific question types for each one of you. Okay, a 10 minutes of group discussion, and then the rest of the time can be spent by answering the questions. Okay, all right. Let me find out a very good topic for group discussions, maybe. Or if you all have something on your mind, you all can suggest. Anything on anybody's mind? Okay, does strong corporate governance guarantee better stock performances? Does a strong corporate governance guarantee better stock performances? Go ahead.
Hello guys, I would like to start this discussion. So my name is Kaustubh, and first of all, I would like to lay down what exactly is corporate governance. So corporate governance are like the rules and practices which a company follows to manage and control what exactly is happening in the company, and it does that for the interest of the stakeholders, the shareholders, and all of the people involved, like the management or regulator. Coming to the topic right now, so does corporate governance give good stock performance? First of all, I would like to say yes, and I would like to give a recent example, today's example of IDFC First Bank. So if for all of you all who are updated with the news, so IDFC Bank had around 590 crore a little 590 crore scandal. The reason why this is so worrying that in the last quarter the profit was around 490 something crores PAT, and this is a huge number for the bank itself. So they were not able to follow these sets of rules, because of which their stock today is down 15%. So not following corporate governance has given the stock a bad result. So if they had followed it in a good manner, then this would not have happened. And another example I would like to give is IndusInd Bank. So IndusInd Bank had this whole stipulation about, you know, in accounting, they changed a little about derivatives and all that, the income from derivatives. This caused the stock to go almost 28 to 30% down. It was the highest stock which went down last year. And then again, I would like to, highlight the fact that if corporate governance is not followed properly, then you end up breaking some rules. And if you do end up breaking some rules, then that is not the true and fair view of your company. And if that's not the true and fair view of the company, then the stock price will reflect that. Because the stock price or the whatever the market capitalization is the true and fair view of the company, which comes through all of these annual reports or investor earnings. And people understand that okay, that's what your company is worth. But if that's not the case, coming to corporate governance, if corporate governance is not followed, this will be the case, and then it will impact the stock price.
Yes, thank you, Kostub. Thank you for this beautiful foundation. So, from my point of view, I want to say that strong corporate governance does not actually guarantee stock outperformance, but we can say that they increase the probability of long-term returns and lowering the risk of the company. So, we can say that if they perform strongly with the internal factors within their hands, so they can improve the probability of long term good returns of the company while lowering risk. But on the other hand, while if there are external factors such as inflation and economic disruptions which are not in the hands of management, so management could not do anything on this. So I think they will increase the probability but not guarantee the outperformance of the particular stock.
Exactly, Avinash. I would like to further and elaborate on this. That what you said exactly was my point. That a company faces all types of risk, like systematic risk as well as unsystematic risk. So systematic risk is basically the risk that it's market wide risk, right? And unsystematic risk is a company specific risk. So if a corporate governance of a company is falling behind, or even if it's strong, that still helps the company in negating the unsystematic risk, but systematic risk still prevails. So if the chances of failure of a company relies heavily on unsystematic risk, then you still cannot guarantee that a strong governance will still help the stock prices to further rally up.
Yes, definitely. I'm also agree with you.
Well, I think so. There is a positive correlation with the corporate governance and the stock returns. It's highly correlated, no doubt. But there are some certain exceptions, and I disagree with Kaustubh. He gave examples of banking companies, but I think so. Banks are currently in India, especially the risk management frameworks are not in exactly favor, and currently at a growing stage. So there are frauds meant to happen, and I think there should be frauds. More and more frauds should be discovered in banking. So that's the first point. And second, coming to the corporate governance point, there are many such promoters. For example, I think Raymond Gautam Singhania was one such promoter where he was a maniac, to be honest, where he threw his dad out of his own company, but the stock gave positive return in those particular period. And even if coming back to that, even if we focus like companies like Kingfisher Airlines back in the days, United Breweries, Vijay Mallya is like known for the flamboyant lifestyle. Everyone knows what he is, but he was a very good promoter. But that does not mean that whatever he does in his daily lifestyle will impact on the business. There's a difference between personal life and professional life. You don't have to mix things. So that's my take, I believe.
Yes, I'm also agree with Darshan, because that high quality corporate governance does not guarantee you the strong stock performance. Because it is in the market, it is considered good. Like having good quality of corporate governance is widely recognized, but at the same time, it will not give it will not give the investor that guarantee of a strong stock performance. But it can increase trust within the investor community, but it will not give the guarantee.
Yeah, agreeing to Shivraj's point. So the returns are, I like, if even if the promoter group is good, the stock doesn't go up so well. But even if something wrong news, like what you say, any bad news comes related to promoter, the stocks fell so sharply. So it is one of the most important things for a stock to have a good corporate governance, the promoter's integrity and other things. So let us take an example, a recent example of Gensol Engineering. It was in related to solar renewables. So the stock has performed too well in few years. Like the stock prices had given a multiple time returns. But when the news came regarding the fund divergence from the promoters, like around 50 crores of funds were diverted, and allegedly 42 crore of funds were used to buy personal properties. So then, from then to now, you can see the stock, it has fallen more than 95%. So in my take, the promoter's integrity matters for a stock performance.
Hello, I would like to add something here. What I would like to say is that corporate governance is like a hygiene. A good hygiene does not guarantee good stock performance, but a bad hygiene or a bad corporate governance almost guarantees bad stock performance.
So that's the take, and also too much rules and regulations when it comes to corporate governance hampers the growth of any company. There are many such cases in the past. Not like I can't recall any in the listed companies, but for such one such example is Uber. Uber CEO was thrown out of his own company when he wanted to focus on growth and he wanted to pivot his business model to certain new segments and try out. But the investors, who much more focused on the corporate governance part, hampered the growth, and eventually it led to being Uber not being performed badly. And currently, I think so it's still loss-making company. There are many such cases. Yeah, I think even in the case of Uber is one such example. I think even Steve Jobs also was also having the same case back then, but he was again pulled back by the stakeholders. So there are many such cases where too much corporate governance can hamper the growth of the business. So even that
Yes.
is not a good take to go ahead.
So
I would
I
like
Yeah,
to add
Darshan,
one
thank you
point.
for your
Bad
point.
corporate
But one
governance
thing I just
will
wanted
lead
to
to
add
the
is that corporate governance are rules. Like there is a reason why these rules exist, although we can say whatever, like you can't just drive on the other side of the road because you feel like this is a good way to go to the office. Like what you said, I'm focusing on growth, so I want to go the fastest, I want to reach in the fastest manner. The other side of the street is empty, I'll just drive there. So there is a reason why these rules exist and you have to follow them, not just blindly go for growth. So that is why it is important to make sure that we have these rules. Like even if you remove the CEO of the company, you know, investors or like board of directors are answerable to the investors, not the CEO or the promoter themselves, like the shareholders or the stakeholders. Like that's the agency problem. Like they are responsible as a principal on behalf of us who are the shareholders of the company. And then again, all of these rules and regulations do exist for a reason. And I believe that all of these companies are very, very transparent about the corporate governance. Like if you look up any listed company, just type out like something like ITC, because that's a cigarette company, like ITC corporate governance. And you will, the first thing you see is that they are the own document of corporate governance, what exactly they're doing in corporate governance. And all of this information is also tracked by us, equity research analysts, and the people in the market. So we are also able to realize that how exactly this impacts the business model, which in turn affects the price of the stock.
yes, so
Well,
simple
the
example
ITC
from
is not
I
the
want to
ideal
add
example in my opinion, because in one way they are promoting cancer by selling cigarettes by majority
Of
of them
course, they are promoting cancer, but at
portfolio.
least they have to
So it's a
try to
part of, I
make sure
think,
that we are doing
ESG is a
something good.
part. No, but it's like, uh, like it's not like being completely hypocrite, right? You're one way you're trying to focus on like we are doing ESG stuff, and the other way you're also trying to cut trees and also make paper.
But
Also, one way you're trying to
ITC
manufacture
is also
cigarettes.
investing in agricultural things. ITC also has a completely different market where it caters to farmers. It grows its own crops and all that.
Yet, that's
Okay,
exactly
we can
I
that's
would
discuss this later. This will become another interesting
highlight
topic.
one point here, guys. Like, we should consider here having good quality of corporate governance will help that business, that particular company, to manage its daily operations or its future investments and all. But at the same time, it does not give the guarantee of strong stock
yes.
performance.
So
So
I
to have like to get that strong performance in strong stock performance, your core business should have that potential, no
yes.
matter with the good corporate governance also. But if your business has good corporate governance but know that growth potential or know that high business potential, then your
yeah,
company's
yeah.
stock will not give the high
I
returns.
agree with the
You're
Shivraj.
right, you're right,
From
Shivraj. What happened today also we saw that Kaustubh initially when he laid the foundation, he mentioned IDFC First Bank. So IDFC First Bank, let me give you context. The promoter is known for a he was one of the great CEOs in the banking industry after Aditya Puri. So he was considered Mr. V. Vaidyanathan, but in spite of this, there was a 500 crore fraud discovered. But that was discovered at the ground level, which the promoter or the CEO at the top player can't able to predict what's exactly happening. So that does not mean that there is a bad corporate governance. There might be certain flaws and certain mistakes or certain stupidity which has to be brought up, or it should be there should be mistakes done in the business so that the company or any other business should grow naturally rather than doing some fancy or honky dory stuff. That's
Yes,
all.
so highlighting one simple example about the from COVID, we can see that even if the majority reputed companies in India have the strong governance, then also the stock fail. So majority the stock's performance is majorly based on the earnings and expectations along with the strong corporate governance. So strong corporate governance is not only the factor or pillar; it is one of the pillar for the stock out performance. So this is my view.
So, guys, I would like to sum up the conversation as it's already getting a bit more lengthy. So, like we discussed, that corporate governance is obviously very much necessary for a company to work properly. But at the same time, it also does not guarantee a very good, strong performance, because a company is, a lot of factors impacts companies, and that's why uh, corporate governance is one of them, but not the entirety of all the factors. So that's where I would like to end the conversation. That it's very the corporate governance is very much a strong pillar, but this one pillar does not guarantee that the structure won't fall. So thank you.
Okay, again, very nice conversations. I saw both the perspectives very nicely, Dana. Kaustubh laid the foundation very nicely. Neha, you could have spoken a little more. Your point was very valid. Yes, you could, I wanted you to lengthen the the piece of information with an example, but I didn't interrupt in between. You can try hands at lengthening your, piece of content with some example or citing any company name if that comes to your mind, like the boys did. Right? There's so many companies which came up. Oh my gosh. In the middle, there was a little bit of disturbance where we were getting diverted to performance of the company. I mean, the name getting tarnished and the effect of that on the stocks, which was controlled by Maheen, who came in and spoke the word governance, control, and then the whole debate maneuvered over the right track. That was a good point. Avinash did a very good job. Twice, thrice he came in with all valid points. Riya, very nice conclusion. Darshan, as always, बहुत अच्छे से critically आप लोग एक दूसरे को analyze करते हैं, and there is a nice exchange of thoughts, counter attack, which is a very good thing. Shivraj, very nice, but you are just struggling to find that particular word. उसकी वजह से your flow gets disturbed. Okay? You work on your little bit, not much, a little bit of vocabulary has to be built so that you're not searching for that particular word in that particular context. Baki, everything was very nice, very nice. It was a treat. Now, since there are 20 members in the group, 19 to be precise, do you want to indulge in another group discussion? Please raise your hands, those who want to indulge in a second group discussion. I'll give you a topic. Rohit, Divya, Shraddha, Javed, Kiran, Abhilash, Surya, Viraj, Bharat, Ronit. If at all you want to indulge in group discussions, I need a group, please. I have Bharat, I have Ankita. Nobody else is raising hands. How can we have a group discussion without a group? Wonderful, wonderful. Karthik, Shraddha, Ronit. What about these other students? Kiran, Abhinash, Surya, Viraj. All right, I'm giving you the topic. Do you think the stock influencers are increasing the risk amongst the new investors? Do you think the stock influencers are increasing the risk of investment amongst the new investors? New investors as in your age or younger than you. Are they increasing? And if yes, give examples and explain the stuff. Okay, Viraj.
Hello everyone.
Yes, Karthik.
My name is Karthik and want to start the conversation. Stock influencers, the stock influencers are basically the persons who are spreading informations about the stock and how to invest in that and like. So, in my view, stock influencers are increasing the risk of the new investors as they are not educating the peoples either. In these times they are spreading the rumors as to you can buy these stock or those stock, which is not legal. And as well as they spread is anyone can enter the market without. So by listening to them, the newcomers into the market, they come without proper knowledge, proper risk management that um, can make them incur losses.
Okay.
Okay, so very good point.
Hello.
Hello.
Uh,
Am I
yeah,
audible?
good afternoon, forum. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
Shraddha. If you switch on your camera, you'll be visible also. Yes,
Is
Shraddha.
it now okay? Yeah, good evening, forum and all. Uh, the topic is very interesting. Nowadays, we can see a lot of influencers are there on social media platform like LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. Every youngster is interested to invest and start their career to stock market, which is very interesting because everyone wants to be an entrepreneur in themselves and everyone wants to explore the market on the global trends as well as on economic trends. But there are a lack of common sense we want to develop because everyone is running toward the stock market. Everyone sees that there are lots of profits in FNO, but anyone don't have a proper knowledge. Like every senior has an 10 to 15 years of experience, then they earn lot of profit after lot of losses. So I wish that every investor should have an uh, mentor who can guide them and make a very good perspective so the risk will be a low. That's it.
Yes, so I want to add some points. Like, yes, we know that stock influencers are like they give us an idea, especially for the people who have like less idea of finance and everything, and but they want to like invest in stocks and they also want to grow their money, right? So they up to some limit they provide us the idea where we have to invest and they can give us the idea. But what I think is one should it's the personal wealth of individual that one should decide on their own, and they also need to have like different ideas and more depth idea for like investing, like putting their money into something. As we know, it's a very like volatile thing. So what I believe that yes, they can be a very good source like for starting, but what I feel is that at some point of time it can be a bit misguiding and misleading. So that's all my point. If anyone wants to add or counter.
Bharat, you are mute.
Hello everyone, I would like
Yes.
to add some points. When investing in a stock, I think everyone should do their own analysis because of the money they will be investing in the stock market rather than following an advisor. They should instead consult a stock advisor rather than a stock influencer so that they could understand more about the stock and invest more carefully.
People, you can add examples. After your statements, you can add examples. Bharat can add example. You should not follow influencers like XYZ who have been exposed recently. Instead, you should have authentic consultants, something of this kind. Then Ankita also could have done the same. Karthik could have done the same. Ronit,
मैम इस टॉपिक में एग्जांपल समझ नहीं आ रहा.
sorry, come again.
इस टॉपिक पे एग्जांपल समझ नहीं आ रहे, क्या दे सकते हैं?
Sorry, इस टॉपिक पे
एग्जांपल समझ नहीं आ रहा कि एग्जांपल क्या दे सकते हैं?
एग्जाम्पल क्या दे सकते हैं? एग्जाम्पल यार आपका अवधूत साठे influencer, my big time favorite. You know of him?
He's such a great
Yes, sir.
dancer. He used to dance after putting his trades.
I'm zapped with his confidence. अलग लेवल का कॉन्फिडेंस है यार बंदे में.
मैम 600 करोड़ मिल रहे तो कॉन्फिडेंस हो गया ही ना.
यार वही तो मैं बोल रही हूँ, 600 करोड़
अब जेल
मिल
भी तो
रहा
मिल
है
रही है,
बट हाँ
अब जेल भी तो मिली।
वही तो मैं बोल रही हूँ, जेल मिली तो उसने सोचा भी नहीं होगा, बट उसको कहीं तो एक कॉन्शियस हिट होना चाहिए था कि आई एम नॉट मेकिंग मनी आउट ऑफ स्टॉक, आई एम मेकिंग मनी आउट ऑफ दिस वेबिनार्स एंड सेमिनार्स एंड आई एम प्रमोटिंग दैट आई एम मेकिंग मनी आउट ऑफ these stocks. Such a big, I mean, gamble he was playing.
मैम इवन दैट अभिषेक कर.
No, I have no idea about this Abhishek Kar.
अभिषेक कर तो ठीक है।
From his talks, we like how he used to talk. We used to think that he is a very like knowledgeable person and all. And when the what you say scrutiny happened, he was in a loss in FNO, and his income from social media was in crores, like 16 to 17 crores, and he was in loss in FNO for 2 to 3 crores.
Yes.
These are not actually the daily.
नहीं, उसका
No,
तो
what
PNL
whenever
पब्लिक है,
you open,
वो प्रॉफिट में है,
when you're in the
उसका तो पब्लिक है
fine, he's
PNL।
in,
No,
he's in
you
loss
can
anyways.
check it for 2 years before the news came. Like it was from official sources. Too much happened on social media regarding him.
But yeah, I feel the most fraudster or the most manipulator influencer are the daily anchors who come on the CNBC TV 18 or your Z business, especially who come in the morning and give you buy and sell calls. And yeah, again, there are no free lunches. These are like something motivated and someone is telling them to sell or buy something.
My Nana literally loves those guys like anything. So whenever they give some advice, he tells me like buy this, buy that. So I'm telling him, where are you getting this information from? So he is like confidently saying that CNBC just told him. But who's gonna tell him that they are dumping their stuff?
Yeah, the same thing happened. Like you might know Sanjeev Basin from IFL Securities. He just like during Diwali he recommended Nureka share, which was around 1,000 rupees, and he was so confident that till next Diwali it will touch 2,000, and within 3 to 4 months that stock touched 300 rupees.
But it is not recommended. It is not allowed to recommend anything openly. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. SEBI guidelines also came in that you cannot recommend anything if you are not a SEBI registered certified. So right now, because I think the guidelines came in like last year, so after that there has been a kind of a reduction in the recommendation. So now they have started a different trend that they are giving a sector specific information like okay, this sector is going to blow up. They are not mentioning particular stock names or something. They have started using the sector specific informations.
And they also say that it's my pick,
Bhasin is SEBI
my pick for
registered,
this
and
Diwali.
the guidelines is that कि जो न्यूज मीडिया है वो उससे बाहर है, उस गाइडलाइन से।
Social
Yes,
media.
but social media is not outside of that purview because
नहीं,
and
सोशल मीडिया नहीं है, बट जो न्यूज एंकर्स होते हैं वो आउट ऑफ प्रिविलेज है।
But only the social news anchors are out of this obligation, right? But if they
Yes.
are the only ones who are doing this kind of stuff, then openly declaring, telling, recommending.
they just give a disclaimer that this is
They
not
use a
a
lot of
advice.
I think
silver
उनको
quoted words. Like they
Sorry.
won't directly say कि you should buy this. So
I
if
know.
you're not saying someone to you should buy this, then you're not advising them.
Yeah,
They
they
just say
just
that we are giving
yeah.
this rating, that rating.
Yeah, or they
Yeah,
will
yeah,
just
yeah,
specify.
please.
Yes, they
And
will just specify that according to us, this stock might get up to this particular target price or that. So make your own judgment. Still be careful, and then they will end the convo.
But I think
They don't like they don't recommend you that you should buy that particular stock, but they make you to think that way.
yes,
Buy
Yeah, they
that
work on
particular stock.
psychology that they will
हाँ,
literally, tell it again and again that it will get embedded in your mind.
they're selling hope.
And
Acha.
they will
The second group. In this debate, one of you could have become the star by saying, yes, these influencers are making a big difference by at least telling the basics of the stock market or the finance industry. because earlier there was no information. Now at least there, one of you should have been for, yes, it is making a difference. You have to survive for 15 minutes only. Then you would be the star and others would be just telling, I disagree with Karthik, I disagree with Karthik. If it was Karthik who said, I think influencers are doing a great job, because back then there was no financial information, or these stock market was not termed to be a good market to invest. But lately, because of these influencers and the tidbit information which they are providing, I think if Karthik was the one who would have said, yes, they make a difference, everybody would have pounced on Karthik and Karthik would have become the star all by himself.
Some retail investors have also increased in the recent times after the, social media and stuff. So you can also include that point
Yes.
because of, yeah.
Yes. Just think a little different, okay? Everybody, see, all five of you were speaking about the negative effects. One of you could have stood outside the box, you would have become the star. You would have got a lot of criticisms and you would have got the opportunity of speaking again more and more.
Yes, ma'am, I actually thought of, but at first I told also that, of course, this is bringing financial literacy for the people who have less idea of markets
You
and
should have
all.
said only on this point.
Yes, ma'am, but
On this point, all these would have counter-attacked you.
yes, ma'am, but what I think, ma'am, is that if everybody is like following blindly, then how it will be working? Like how they will be like putting
I don't think much. You have to survive in the debate for 12 minutes. Your part is 3 to 4 minutes. Just stand there.
But initially, influencers are good if they did this, but initially starting that, but currently ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है ना.
Currently ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. हमने
तो
डिबेट जीता.
हम तो करंट इशू पे बात कर रहे हैं और आपने कहा था कि टॉपिक था कि वो रिस्क बढ़ा रहे हैं कि नहीं, तो रिस्क तो बढ़ रहा है.
तो आपने अच्छे वालों का नाम लेना था. मैंने डिबेट में दिखना है. The whole purpose of me is being visible in the debate for quite a long time. I should be remembered even after the debate is done. That is the whole point. With valid facts, good examples, good vocabulary range, and fluency. That's the whole point of group discussion.
Yes, ma'am. There are some examples like Rachna Ranade and Ankur Wariko and everything. But yes, but ma'am, what I feel like Rachna Ranade has also been like she has also been alleged of something like mishaps in financial sector also. So it was like totally.
No, but they gave analysis only.
No, last year SEBI penalized her also.
Yes.
For what?
Because she
For
will give
like-
direct recommendations of
Yeah,
the
she would
stock companies.
directly-
Yes.
There are few people in the Rachna Ranade and Srivastava.
Yes.
These guys are famous guys.
So Rachna Ranade did reveal something? I mean, her name.
No, she used to, because she's a chartered accountant also. So you're also not, as per our profession ethics, you're not supposed to give out stock recommendations, like particular stock, like. So that was a SEBI guideline also, that you cannot particularly name a company that invested in this much horizon or, short term or long term. You cannot specify a company, and she was doing that.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens that they improvise like I have this much stocks, I have bought, so that would make some like difference. People would think that they have stocks, so I will also invest in this kind of things.
I thought she is the smartest of the lot. Being a lady, I thought she's the smartest of the lot and playing very safe. First time I'm hearing that her name is also tarnished. Anyways, it was a very good group discussion. People, supplement your statements with examples. Supplement your statement with example, the impact is manifold. Okay. Can we begin with questions? I will give 2 minutes to answer so that everybody gets the chance. Okay? Anyone who wants to take the first question, please raise your hands. Kaustubh. What is alpha? Can you explain?
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for the question. That's a very interesting question and a very relevant question. So alpha is the returns which are generated over the index, or excess amount of returns which you generate. So that's a factor. So which helps understand like how good you are compared to others. And it's usually a factor which is used to compare your fund. Like here I am taking mutual fund as an example. So for example, Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund has an alpha of 7 and Bandhan Small Cap Fund has an alpha of 5. Both of them are on different indexes, but Bandhan has outperformed the index by 5x, and Mid Cap Fund, the Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund, has outperformed the index by 7x. So this helps us understand that if the stock picking ability of the mutual fund manager was just luck or is it skill. So that will be all. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Who wants to take the second question? Quickly raise your hands. Everybody should get a chance. Neha? Ria? Ria, can you explain what is beta?
All right. So beta is a measure in which we analyze how much a company stock prices are in relation to the companies generating returns in relation to the volatility in the market prices. For example, let's say NSE is generating returns, and let's say for one day the NSE price, the total NSE points went below, like let's say 500 points, right? So in comparison to this percentage downward percentage, the how much NSE went down today, how is this affecting your own stock price? For example, if NSE is down by 5% and your stock is down by 2%, that says that you are a comparatively stronger company, because you are your risk of being down in comparison to NSE is still on a good level. So beta is usually referred to measure how much volatile your company is in comparison to the market returns with the standard market, which is NSE, right? So if you can calculate beta through a lot of measures, you're using capital asset pricing model as well, using discounting factors as well. If you're calculating a particular company, beta usually generates beta can also be derived from the asset beta, when you can deduct the debt beta and stuff like that. All in all, beta is generally a measure in which you analyze whether a company is strong or it's holding its ground when the market is volatile or not. Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. I really like when you are backing up your answers with examples. It shows that your preparation is very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful. Yes. Who's next? Please raise your hands. Darshan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you please explain the difference between large cap, mid cap, and small cap stocks?
Yes, sure. Well, that's a very one of the basic finance questions when it comes to investing. So what exactly, if I have to give definition by market cap, so there is a strict guideline set by SEBI. Anything below 5,000 crore market cap is known as small cap. Anything between 5,000 to 20,000 crore is known as mid cap, and anything above 20,000 crores are known as large cap. Or the other way around to look at is the top 100 stocks in the NSE 500 or in the NSE universe are known as large cap, and anything between 100 to 150 are known as mid caps, and anything above 150 are known as small cap stocks.
Wonderful.
That's all.
Okay. Is this a wholesome answer, or could anything else be added in this? Examples maybe?
Yeah, examples may be added, but yeah, again, we can add examples. We can add like, what about the how volatile they are, or what is their true nature exactly?
Okay. What
For
example?
example, yeah, for example, large cap earnings are more stable and predictable compared to small caps. So small caps are considered more risky and volatile compared to large cap stocks and mid cap stocks. So these are some of the examples which can be added.
Okay. All right. Could this answer be any better? Is everybody satisfied with this answer? Okay, great. We are going ahead. Avinash, what is market capitalization?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. So this is a very basic question of finance. So market capitalization is basically the number of shares of the stock multiplied by its current market price. So this is the formula for market capitalization, and market capitalization basically is derived from this formula. And yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, इसको और better explain कर सकते हैं? Anybody else would want to do it? First give the statement ना, definition बता दे मेरे को. Then maybe you can tell the formula or something like this. Anyone who wants to pick this question? Neha, how would you answer this question? What is market capitalization?
Market capitalization is I don't have anything different from what Avinash already said.
Okay, okay. So his answer is a wholesome answer.
Maybe he could have given some examples, but even I can't recollect any examples.
Okay, Shraddha has raised her hand. Let her give a different version of this answer. Yes, Shraddha.
Hello.
Yes, Shraddha. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. This is a very good question. Market capitalization tells the investor that how big, risky the company is in the market. The number of outstanding shares multiplied by the current stock price of the company gives us an idea that how much outstanding stocks, what is the company profiling, what is the range of the company it's standing in the market. That's the meaning of the market capitalization.
Okay, okay. How many are satisfied with this answer? Please send some emojis, guys.
Ma'am, can I try?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So thank you for the question. So basically what market capitalization means is number of shares of a company into its current market price. So basically it helps the investor to understand the size of a business. It can also help to understand peer comparison. Like in a specific industry, you can see a lot of companies, and depending on its market cap, you can understand which are the top companies in this sector. So it also helps in decisions of asset allocation, like how much to allocate based on the market cap. Like also implies it also indicates the volatility. Like if it is a high market capitalization stock, then it might be less volatile than a small market capitalization stock. Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. Good. I understood the first line very nice. Very nicely. Okay, great. Yes. Shivraj? What is working capital?
Thanks for the question, ma'am. It is an interesting question. So working capital is all about your company's, it is related to your company's daily operation, day-to-day operations. Through this working capital, we can analyze the company, that how that a particular company is operating their daily operations efficiently. So it includes working capital includes your trade receivables, trade receivables and inventories, inventories and payables. So more in a nutshell, that working capital is analyzed for a short term, and it indicates how your business is operating their short term operations.
Okay. It could have been better and fluent. Better से बजाय fluent बोल सकती हूँ मैं. The answer could have been fluent. Are you recording yourself, Shivraj? No, ma'am.
Not man, like no.
No, ma'am. You will record yourself tonight answering the same question. What is capitalization का answer तुम खुद record करोगे और खुद सुनोगे. How have you answered it? Okay. How many filler words? Just count how many filler words. That is the exercise for you, Shivraj. Okay.
Okay.
Can I answer this one,
try?
ma'am?
Yeah, please. Both of you can try. Yes. Ankita can go first.
Okay, so working capital, as the name suggests, we know that it is the capital that a business needs to run day-to-day daily activities, business activities. So it is also calculated as that the current assets minus current liabilities. Current assets are the assets which are we are using like day-to-day basis. It is a term which is used capital actually. So that's all. It's a very small and basic term. So
Okay, all right. It's a small and basic town. Okay, how would you end this? That's all about it.
That's all about it.
Yes. Yes, Ronit?
So working capital is the money like company uses for its day-to-day operations. So it answers the question like, can company run its daily business smoothly? We calculate working capital like current assets minus current liabilities. So and to answer like working capital represents the difference between like company's current assets, current liability. We know, but it indicates its short-term financial health and operational efficiency. Like how long could it run with its inventory available with him company.
Wonderful, wonderful. जो कॉस्ट शिवराज ने बोला वो भी ऐड कर सकते थे इसमें हम that it includes this and minus this.
Yeah, it
Correct?
includes like paying salaries, like buying
Yes,
raw materials,
exactly,
small
exactly.
expenses,
Lengthy
pay
होना
rent and like
very nice.
bills.
Current working would require paying salaries, buying goods, inventories, etc., etc. Okay, so आप तीनों के आंसर को मिला के एक बहुत अच्छा आंसर बन सकता है. All right.
Actually, they also also Shivraj told the point, so I was like,
Yes.
whatever I said different.
And mostly that Ankita also said what I wanted.
That is what I'm trying to say. All three of you can make a good answer. All right, Karthik, can we go ahead with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What happens when depreciation increases?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. What happens when the depreciation increases is when depreciation increases, it gives a tax benefits to the company, and depreciation is also in depreciation increase also means that there is a increase in the fixed assets.
Okay. That's it. Who wants to take
Yeah.
this? Who can better reframe it and explain me what happens when depreciation increases? Yes, Kaustubh.
Thank you, ma'am, for the question. So depreciation is the decrease of the value of an asset over time, and it is usually charged over fixed assets. So if depreciation has increased in the company, that means the company has bought a lot of fixed assets, which has caused the increase in depreciation. I would like to go over from line item to line item. So depreciation is usually in the profit and loss statement, and it is added. Okay, this is the depreciation, and we can see it after EBITDA. So like after EBITDA, you remove depreciation and then you come to EBIT and all that. So if there is an increase in depreciation, then the amount removed will be higher, which will, lower the tax rates, and the amount of tax the company has to pay will decrease. Although the depreciation is added back when we try to, get the free cash flow, we will able to have an increased free cash flow to the firm, because depreciation is not actually something you pay out of your pocket. It's just an accounting entry which you show, like the value has decreased. And we can link the number from the cash flow to the balance sheet again to close the cycle. That will be all.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, good explanation. I
Thank
understood.
you.
Yeah, I understood what you were trying to tell me. All right, Karthik, you could have started by giving the definition of what is depreciation. Depreciation is this, and then when it decreases, this happens. Simple. Go by the definitions. It'll ease in the process. Okay, tomorrow who's going to present? Please raise your hands. Why? Good. Ankita, Shraddha, even a small news would do. Only two of you all? Ria, Ronit, Avinash, Shivraj, Mahen.
If news would be there, I will be definitely.
Pakka. Okay, done. Good. Bharat is going to present. Karthik is going to present along with Riya, Shraddha, and Ankita. Okay, I have a full house of presentations tomorrow. Great. Excited for tomorrow. All right.
मैम
Thank
एक न्यूज़ प्रेजेंट करना चाहता हूँ कल, बट थोड़ा सर पुराना हो गया वो,
क्या बोलो, फिर से बोलो।
थोड़ी सी पुरानी हो गई न्यूज़।
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं. It's okay.
हाँ।
Okay. All right. So I have to log in another class, and I'm usually late there, and they keep telling me, ma'am, you love these students more than us. So I don't want to be biased. Even though if I love you all more, I don't want to be biased to them. Okay? Let me quit, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay?
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Good night.
Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, Shivraj. Oh,
Like whenever you are free, can we have a quick call?
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning,
Okay, no problem. Any time, whenever you are free.
I'll give you a call. Don't you worry.
Okay, okay.
Good night, everyone. Take care.